Hey everybody, that guy Griff here. Today isn't that guy Griff yells ziggity zig out of silver. Instead, we're going to look at that guy Griff's silver play. So, I took I hadn't really laddered much in about a week and a half. I managed to, I was cracking top 3 in bronze, and then I managed to get promoted to silver, so I responded by not playing at all. And so instead what we get is this game. This would be one of the first couple of games I played this week. Since I'm not actively recording Lime Not Lemon with Ziggity Zig this week, I've had lots of time to ladder, and I've managed to work myself. I think at the moment of this recording I'm rank 6 silver, I think, so I'm top 8 silver, and I think it would be hilarious if I could push right through silver and get right to gold, but as you'll see in this, it's kind of a crapshoot. So let's get this stuff up here. Alright, so I'm playing against Mullin, who's a Terran, and as we saw here, he said something. I said, good luck, have fun. He said some weird stuff, so I responded with something that I think we faced. It was a statement that I heard from an opponent one game, Fish Fingers and Custard, which is a Doctor Who reference for anybody who watched Doctor Who, and I'm pushing towards making it my pretty regular greeting. So his response is cheese whiz and sticks. Pretty standard opening there. I've got my pretty standard opening here. Just dropped my 12 pylon, and I decided to scout counterclockwise. One of the interesting things is that this game was the last PvT I've played. I don't know, maybe I played a PvT today. I don't know. But it was the last in a string of about 8 consecutive PvTs. Now, when I was in bronze, I only ever faced... it was a lot of PvP, the odd PvZ, but never Terran. Very rarely Terran. And then I went silver, and it was all Terran all the time. Tonight, actually, just before I started recording this, I sat down and played some games, and it has been pretty much PvP town. So I've still yet to play a silver ranked Zerg. So here we go. I got my probe leading him on a chase. He's doing 5 racks. Is that his plan? It seems to be 5 racks. I'm doing the 3 gate. Let's switch over to my view. So at this moment I can see not a whole lot. I don't really know much about what's going on, but I decided that I'd take a quick expand, and I've built lots of units in an effort to I wanted to play a pretty standard straight-up game, but I built my robo and I've got an observer. My observer catches some marines on their way, and so I react by, well, not really doing much anything. But I drop some force fields and push them back. I warp in some more units, and at the same time I'm looking down. Apparently he's doing combat shield right now. I find out that he doesn't have an expand, which is a good sign for me. I chose not to, in this case, transfer any probes. Instead I re-rallied both Nexi to the lower one. Now, I know that he's probably still out there. I managed to pylon block myself, but pylons are already on the way, so I'm not too worried. I add another gateway, because I know that I've got the economy to sustain it at this point. Let's check out incomes. Yeah, my income's higher. Gas is about the same, because I've got 3 and 3. And he pushes, this time with a scan. But all he's got is Marines right now. He's got no Marauders. He's got Stim on the way apparently now. So he chewed through my Marines, but I got too many Stalkers for him, and my Immortal shows up, and I push him back. So let's look at some income lost here. So he's lost 30 units. I've only lost 15, but mine were way more valuable, because he did take out, I've just been killing Marines. He took out a bunch of Zealots and my Sentries. So right now he's trading pretty well. I once again still do have the higher income, but he's trading well. He's got Stim on the way and more Marines and a medevac. So I add another gateway, and a forge, because I really want to make this a nice wall. It's not a standard wall. I go double forge because I figured why not. I got the money, I got the income, so I'll go double forge. And I'm warping in some more sentries because the force fields worked really well, but so I just need to, and I warped them in off to the side to try to keep them alive. I added this pylon to make sure there was no gap here. So at this point, I see that there's more Marines coming and a medevac. This observer proved to be very helpful in that regard. Now the problem is right now for 2 bases, I've got 5 gates, 2 forges, and a robo, which isn't bad. I should really add some more gates. I did add a cannon here, which is good because that'll add to the ramp defense. I could use another gate or 2, really. Yeah, another gate or 2 would be excellent. But my problem that I've run into right now is I'm not expanding. And really right now I should be considering another expand. I know this now, but it's one of those things that in the heat of the moment you're just like, I tend to expand when I have the money, which I know Day 9 talks about, and it's not the way you're supposed to expand, but I think I just built another observer. Yeah, I built another observer because I knew that I didn't want to move this one because I valued the intel I was getting there, but I knew that they were out here. So the sad thing is that I see those Marines. He saw my observer, and the sad thing is I actually did see the drop pickup, but I didn't see it actually. Now here's the problem, is that's a lot of Marines that are stimmed. I actually had just finished a warp cycle and I had nothing back there. So right now, let's go, no. He's killed 18 of my workers. That was pretty awful. If we bring this up, I mean, I'm still pretty close because he's not really building anything. And our army supplies are pretty even. So let's fast forward. Do I manage to catch those guys off? No, I don't think I did. I got a couple pot shots off, but nothing major. And so I send my probes back in, because I did manage to save some of them. I put some stalkers up there, just in case they came back. And now if we look at the incomes, shockingly our incomes are very similar. Oh, because he just pulled his, because his expand just went up, as I saw on the mini-map. So I'm cramming down the probes because I really want to stay ahead. I've caught up in worker supply. Now, I suppose if I had expanded, that drop may have actually been more devastating. Now, the problem is he's got another drop here, and I did have a cannon to prevent drops over here on its way. Now, I did manage to take everything out. I took it all out, so so now we can look at it. We're same units lost. I've killed more. I move out to engage here, which may not have been good. He's got a good concave, but I think I have upgrades. Yeah, I'm 1-1. He's another. 1-1 with Guardian Shield, effectively giving me 2 armor, some immortals, some free medevacs. But I don't chase. I didn't want to chase. I didn't have enough to chase. Looking at incomes are just even. I'm maybe a little ahead because I've just lost so many probes to drops. I decided that I've put enough hurt down that his drops probably aren't going to hit me. So he's got some marauders now. I'm lagging. Oh my gosh, I'm lagging because of the achievement service to BattleNet. Okay, so let's just quickly look at this here. So our army supplies are pretty even. Worker supplies, he's slightly ahead. I realize that I need some more probes. Units lost. He's lost more units, but I've lost more money, which is not a huge problem for me because he's killed 30 of my workers, which tells you the worker advantage that I theoretically had at one point makes up for the minuscule income difference in units lost. So I put in some force fields, as they say, put in some work. Those marauders are not fun. but I realized that I probably have this, and just as I do, my stalkers clean it up. In production, I've got a lot of probes in production. I do come up here. I really don't have enough units to be doing this. I get kind of lucky here. I managed to block them off, and I do a real number on his probes at the time. And he stims in, and his medevac is going off on vacation, apparently. And because of his stim and my upgrades, I do manage to clean that up somehow. My observer here is putting in work, giving me the high ground vision, allowing my immortal to take these guys down, but well before they get within range. At this point, I don't push up because I know that's a foolhardy endeavor, and I've got more units on the way. And so let's briefly pause and look at this. So now I've got the armory supply, I've got the worker supply because I've started to even out the workers killed. So now if we look at incomes, his income is 80. And he's got no money. He's got a shit ton of gas though. I think at this point he makes a comment, maybe. So I'm waiting for some reinforcements. My income's back up to 1,000. I've got some observers around. He comes down. I've got a decent concave of stalkers. He did take out my immortal. And then he says, this game blows cock. And right about... I take out these marauders. And I take that out anytime now. I wonder how long this game lasts. Oh yeah. So the thing is that right in there, maybe not yet. Let's see what happens. Here in a second, maybe. Yeah, Mullin has left the game. So what the replay doesn't show, and I kept attacking some stuff out of spite, but what the replay doesn't show there is that despite the fact that Mullin left the game, he didn't just F10 and surrender. He rage quit. By, I assume, Command Q or Alt F4, some such, because he timed out, actually. He even got so far as, like, all of a sudden it was just, and it did the full 60-second countdown, the whole 9 yards, and then he was just gone. So that's my first. I've had some BMers, like with the whole with his nasty comment. I've had that before. That's nothing new. But this was the first time I've ever had somebody rage quit. My average APM 47, with EPM being 37, which is usually about how that goes for me. Just under 50 seems to be my average APM of late. So we'll see if we can't push that higher. So this has been That Guy Griff with That Guy Griff's Adventures in Silver. Sure, that's a name. How about That Guy Griff's Adventures Getting Lost in Silver? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think about these things. I'm pretty sure Ziggy actually came up with his talking his way out of bronze/silver name before deciding to do the YouTube channel. I think the name was actually the motivation for it. So I hope you come back tomorrow. Leave a comment down below if you want to see something preposterous and silly. Go check out limenotlemon.com. It's Ziggy and I's joint YouTube channel. We have silly races in StarCraft. We play some Diablo. We get our friends to compose music to games of Minecraft. Ziggy and some of his World of Warcraft friends try to teach me World of Warcraft, which is interesting as a word. Anyway, we'll be back with more tomorrow.